Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Ford Field. Pulls it in at the 13. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Throwing right away. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A throw out wide caught by Pascal. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before...
A gain of 15. First down, Eagles.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Slot man moves right. First and 10, Taylor now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jonathan Taylor, a 23-yard run. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. to throw, Huntley. Eluding the press. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not.
Taken down back at the 15-yard line.
Here's Huntley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Right there, hurt. Three. Hey, let's go.
Huntley to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Hassan Reddick in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field in the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Again, it's Taylor. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. He was blown up in the backfield.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. On the option left, it's Hurts. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On second down, it's Taylor. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words touchdowns has really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, goes to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Opting to run again here with White. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hot 70, hot 70. Cowboy 80.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Sharp calls it in. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Come on. Wrap on, ladies.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
A loss of 9 on the play.
19 tight. That was 3. 60 Maverick.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Check contact. Go, Reed, go. Hey, check that. Street.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
46-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down. 18, right here.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Warriors 17. 19 Lions.
The final shot before break. Huntley. And this is caught. It's Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. In motion left comes Brown. Off the play fake. Huntley. Dance, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Throwing on 3rd and long. Huntley. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
Complete to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. A gain of 17 yards. It's 4th down.
Hot 70, hot 70. 79 Broncos.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. In motion left goes Smith. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Check, check. Hold, hold. Pat the street, pat the street.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready? Check pass, check pass. Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Big Lion.
Smith, the man in motion left. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Complete to Alex Pierce. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Up the middle, here's Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. Hurts. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 42 yards. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Score Eagles 21, Lions nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return here for Wright. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Slot man moves right. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
The slot man in motion right. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Right there, hey,
The option to give to Taylor here. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Let's go now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Broncos lead. Moving like these. Ready?
Shark's got it, left side. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. This offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick-6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick-6?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Huntley's throw taken in by Chark.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams finding room at midfield. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hassan Reddick able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, And the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huntley. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
A quick throw. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 28 yards. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. On first down, Hurts looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and 8 inches at the 36-yard line.
A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
Following
6.
the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, check that, street, Hampton Street.
Now a give to Taylor. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
In motion left goes Smith. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To the right side, this is Taylor. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a
4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Connect. Packers 60, Packers 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. 59.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Looking to throw. He's got Smith here. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Off the option, here's Taylor. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 145 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On the handoff, Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opening. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Philadelphia, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.
And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.